Verse 10. And he said, tomorrow. Moses said, be it as you say, so you may know that there's no one like the Lord our God. So Pharaoh's answer to that is not immediately now, right, but tomorrow. At least, it kind of makes sense. Give time, because this guy needs to go and ask the God first, and this, that takes some time, and then for everything like this to happen. So as early as I guess, which would have been possible, which he thought is possible, is then tomorrow, and let them all do. And then Moses' answer to that is then kind of as well interesting. The fact that, right, that when this happens, you will know that God is, the Lord is, right? He is the true God, ultimately. The specific timing that I'm asking, so it's not by mistake that I'm asking it. You can see, it's just it happened just by fluke or by chance kind of idea, right? But this is a work of God. So you will see that because it happened the day you asked, not know how I asked, but how you asked then, right? Because Moses might have known that in a week's time they're going to disappear, looking scientifically at how the movement of the frogs or whatever. So you're going to say, but since Pharaoh is the one, he told Pharaoh to say the time. It's just a little bit like magicians there in shows. They will say, like, you come up with a number kind of idea, but they're manipulating you. Now, it's a different thing. You can't really manipulate someone into making frogs disappear. It's a little bit on a different level, right? There's no one like the Lord our God. Verse 11. The frogs shall go away from you, and your houses, and your servants, and your people. They shall be left only in the Nile. Okay, so what will happen? The frogs will be gone again, but they will leave him in the Nile instead. They will be left in the Nile, because frogs is important. They catch all kinds of little bugs, insects, and they're in the end eaten by others, so they're an important part of the food cycle, right? So just take them all out, that would have been kind of stupid, and God is into taking care of. We're walking today into the places here around Kolkata and the gardens, and some of them not so kept well, and etc. Right? And it's like, as Christians, for Christians at least, we ought to really take care of nature and work hard to make gardens and everything beautiful. Eden Garden, to make it beautiful. That was the task God gave. So yes, sure, Moses is not going to just destroy all the frogs everywhere. So wisely, he's going to leave them in the Nile where they need it. Verse 12. So Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried to the Lord about the frogs, as he had agreed with Pharaoh. Right, so left Pharaoh, Moses went, he cried out to God. Again, how he did it is not important, it does not show how. In his way, God knew, he cried out to God, he's done it before, he's doing it now. Well, the first time he did it, like, oh, why did you even send me, right? But now, okay, so this is happening ultimately here, right? He's going out, he's crying to the Lord, as he agreed, right? Like he told Pharaoh he's going to do. Verse 13. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses. The frogs died out in the houses, the courtyard, and in the fields. So, as Moses asked, God did. Right? Does that imply that Moses is the one pulling the strings, and because it is Moses asking, God is doing? Remember, God is the one who sent Moses there. God is the one who gave all this stuff. So Moses is just reacting to what God. So he was, in Jesus' words, seeking the kingdom first. He wasn't seeking his own kingdom. He was doing this for the glory of God. So that Pharaoh will know that there's no one other God like God, ultimately, right? And so this is what the kingdom is. This is not like where a prosperity gospel preacher will tell you, ask anything, just saying and claim it in the name of Jesus, kind of idea, right? This is nonsense. That's not how it works, okay? And this is not what is happening here. It's not like Moses crying out like, oh, no, he's going to do this thing, or something like that, right? And now God needs to jump. It started with God sending him. It started with God doing this. Therefore, God is answering the prayer that God put ultimately in the heart of Moses. So he's listening to Moses because Moses is asking, he's searching for the kingdom first. He's asking what needs to be asked. He's not asking for his wants, he's asking for the glory of God, ultimately. Right? So that is a huge difference between prosperity gospel and what is happening here. So yes, the frogs, they died out all over the place as asked. Houses, courtyards, fields. So again, stench would have been horrendous. Verse 14, and they gathered them together in heaps, and the land stank. So the people gathered the frogs together, right? No, means dead frogs. You can gather them and all of these things. And they made heaps and put them all in heaps. And yeah, sure, there's going to be a huge stank there. Kind of makes sense. And the heat with all of this, there's going to be a stank. Verse 15. But when Pharaoh saw that there was a respite, he hardened his heart and would not listen to them as the Lord had said. So the frogs out of the way, things back to normal, kind of. Pharaoh's like, nah, I'm not letting them go. These guys go. So he hardened his heart again. But I mean, God knew this, and Moses knew this. It's nothing new here. He was not going to listen, because like the verse ends. Because God said He's not going to listen. That's just that. He said He's not going to listen, and that's happened. So everything exactly as God knew is going to happen. It's happening, right? Because ultimately all this is going to be for the glory of God. We've seen why, so that they will know that He's God, and lots of other reasons. So it's not just for the Hebrews, it's said in other videos as well, but even for the sake of Pharaoh and the Egyptians.